it's Andy from Hobby Headquarters. Well, we've got 3 new kits that Tamiya is about to release in the next month or so, including the new 40A scale Type 16, which should be an interesting kit right there. So we've got 2 40A scales and a 35th scale partial reissue. It's got some parts from the older kit, but they've added some new parts in it to update it as well. So what I'll do now is I'll take a few minutes and show you guys inside and show you all the excitement about them. So let's get started. Okay, the first kit we're going to take a look at is the new 40A scale Tamiya Type 16 maneuver combat vehicle. And you guys may remember that last year Tamiya came out with the Type 16 in 35th scale that we built up right here. Very, very nice kit the way it went together, especially because it had the front steering here that was all controllable. So it did a very nice job on that. So let's take a look inside at the new kit. Now, I've opened up all the bags already to get it ready for us to show you guys. To start off, they have included a anti-skid texture on these front panels here. And you can see the overall size. Even in 40A scale, it is a fairly large vehicle. And then we have got our little side skirts right here, the lower part of the chassis as well as the upper part. And that is the first sprue that is in the kit. Second sprue that we're going to take a look at is the turret. And once again, there is anti-skid in certain areas, like on certain parts of the front here and some of the hatches, things like that. The barrel is a one-piece barrel, and there'll be a separate muzzle brake. I was actually reading the instructions. I guess it's not on this particular sprue, but a separate muzzle brake that goes on that will have the hole drilled so it'll look like it's hollowed out. And they put the anti-skid, which I really appreciate. Even in 40A scale, it shows up nicely on all of the hatches as well. So that is sprue number 2. Also keep in mind too, we're going to, at the end of when I'm done talking here, you'll be able to go on and I've got pictures of the sprues just sitting there so that if you want to take a closer look. And here is the under part of the chassis. Now I was looking at the instructions on this, which I'll show you in a second there, and it looks like the same steering mechanism parts that we showed you on the 35th scale, the way this all rotates. It looks like they're very similar, at least all these other pieces, and they look like they have holes in them too that it might actually work once it gets done. And I plan on building this kit up, so we will know one way or another. It doesn't really say in the instructions whether it moves or not, but based on all the separate pieces, it might. And these are all, and then here's our figure here, and it's just some of the other pieces that are on it, and the 50 cal. And then finally, we have 2 of this same sprue, and then we've got our wheels and some of the parts that make up the suspension, you know, like your shocks here, and they're actually antennas, things like that. And you get 2 of those, and then some very, very nice, 8 of them, of course, road wheels. And they're made out of nice hard rubber here that doesn't look like there's any mold seam down the middle of it either, so you won't have anything to take out of that. And then just quickly, I'll just see if we can find it here. And we'll take a quick look at the instructions that I was telling you about here, and you can see some of the pieces that are the individual pieces that make up the front suspension. That makes me think that it is going to work once it's done. So that's a quick look inside the box at the new Type 16. The kit will be available in late February, early March worldwide. Has a retail in the United States now, $33 US, and which means you're going to be able to find them a lot less than that. So it looks like it's going to be a nice build and a nice addition to their 40A scale line. Okay, the next kit we're going to take a look at is a partial new kit. It's the Martyr 3M Normandy front in 35th scale. And what I mean by partially new kit is Tamiya has taken some of their kits that are a few years old, very, very nice kits, but they've updated some of the parts that needed to be updated. And in this case, I've built this kit once before, the original version, and it's an excellent kit. Goes together great, very, very nice fit and everything on it. The only downfall was the tracks. The tracks were the rubber bands, and sometimes the rubber bands would get old and dry out on these kits, and they'd crack, and they just didn't have the detail that the new kits will have. So what Tamiya has done is, and they've done this first on the Vesp, or the Wespy, different way of pronouncing it. They've taken the other kit, reissued it, but now with new sprues inside of it of link and link tracks. So this is the actual new pieces inside the kit, and these are the very nicely done link and link tracks. They've got a nice natural sag already built into the side. You've got the little individual pieces for going over the drive sprocket. These are for the top. You got the bottom, and then these are the part that go up. And even there's a little bit of a curve in this one right here. So it's a great way of really updating a kit that the kit itself is beautiful, and it's just updating the tracks itself that are needed a little bit of updating. Then also, because it's a new kit Normandy front, they give you a new set of figures, which I have to say are very nice looking. They've done a lot more deeper cuts on all of the the fabric on the guy's clothing. The heads are, we can zoom in, let you see the, well, let's see, where are they? Oh, there they are, down there. So you've got the head sculpts are pretty decent. And then, of course, those are easy enough to change out that if you decide you want to, you can pop those guys out. Here's another one of the head sculpts. And that gives you kind of a rundown. And of course, you're going to take a quick look at all the parts after I'm done talking here. The hull was a multi-piece hull, but some nice detail involved in that. And I'll kind of just briefly go over this. The only thing you might want to update would be the barrel on this, because this is a 2-half barrel with the muzzle brake broken in half, which is not impossible to get the seam out of there. It's just a little bit extra work. So if you wanted to, you could put a metal barrel in here. But the rest of the gun and all that other parts are very nicely done. This is the original figure in there, and he wasn't terrible looking. And these things I always thought were cool. These are the ammunition bins and the way they molded those like that. So that was already done in there. So as you can see, the parts are pretty nice on this kit. And like I said, I've built it once before, and I actually will build it again. Now that we've got the new tracks on it, I don't have one of these in my kit collection over in the display case over there. So I think it'd be nice to do a new one of these. And yeah, so the original kit came out in 2002, so not ridiculously old, but having the new tracks on it's going to certainly help. And then the bottom down here. Now, of course, this is based on a 38T chassis, and that's why we're going to have the 38T wheels inside here. And that's the entire kit there. So yeah, this kit is. And one other piece that's inside the kit is a piece of photo etch for the cover that covers the muffler on the back of the vehicle, so it's kind of nice to have it in photo etch because you can dent it up if you want. And there's also some metal wire inside as well. Okay, the last kit we're going to take a look at is a Reebok Seng of a couple kits that Tamiya and Italeri have out. This is the SS100 with the 88mm flak 37 set. And what they've basically done is they've taken their SS100, which you guys have seen me build in the past. This is the kit out of the case, and this kit is inside there, plus there is inside, let's move this out of the way, also the 88mm gun, the flak gun from Italeri inside, plus an extra set of figures from a few years back that was in another set. So to put figures inside the vehicle, plus the 88 gun. So I won't really break this one apart because it's like I said, both of the pieces have already been issued once before, but they're putting it together in a nice set. And actually, I haven't been able to personally get a hold of the 88mm gun for a while here in the store, so it's nice that it's being reissued, that if you are a 40A scale builder, you'll be able to have that kit back.